had, I just see myself in a tiny square.
I know, same.
Okay, so as long as you're seeing that, I was trying to change the display. By the way, we are live on all the socials this morning. How's everyone doing today?
Oh, wow. We're live, and I'm fighting for my life right now, trying to get this. You know what? We're just going to use my wallet as a stand to really prop this thing back. There we go. Brett says, heck yeah. Yeah, Brett, we're trying new things. We're getting weird over here because Bryce is pushing us in new directions. We're really bullish on live streaming.
Yeah.
But we've been doing this for probably the last week or so on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, not TikTok, YouTube. That's what I was thinking of. And Will is with us on stage now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are we doing? Can you hear us okay?
And Will, I think, go down to your microphone settings and click on the little up arrow.
Okay.
And then make sure your microphone is set to the fine mic.
Fine, I think. I don't know.
Let's see here. How about now?
There it is. Much better.
I can't hear you use that.
Okay, let me
and then turn your headphones.
Yep.
To your like the default output speakers, not the fine, because it'll try to do the fine as your output.
1 second.
Yeah, we're running and gunning this morning.
We're moving live. It's we took Anchorman and said, screw it, we're doing it live.
And I realized also I left my coffee.
Really, the only way I'm hearing you is through the wall.
Wow.
Here, I'm going to go and see Will, okay? I'm going to remove myself.
Go fix him up, Bryce.
Yeah.
Yep. So, oh, man. But TikTok is a scary place, Going live from TikTok is just a different world. We've been trying to grow. We've grown the Yarbrough and Sons account pretty substantially. The Yarbrough and Sons account, I believe, is now at like 2,800 followers total. My account is pretty small. We're at 110. But we're going to be bridging the gap between kind of the personal account and the company account just each morning. So we go live from Yarbrough and Sons Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings for about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. We call it our dispatch coffee hour. And essentially, we're just going over the schedule, what we currently have booked out, what's the day look like it's holding for us, and if there's any availability, we start talking about it, because we want to be running a full schedule. And one of the ways that we can guarantee that we are running a full schedule is by being as loud and boisterous about the fact that we want to be booked up. So I am going to go ahead, while Bryce and Will are fighting the microphones over there, I'm going to go ahead and pull up our dispatch schedule over on Service Titan, which is our dispatching software. Oh, right now, guys, our schedule at the old Heat and Air shop is looking. We are pretty full. We have 2 maintenance slots left for residential HVAC calls. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe calls on our trouble technicians, where they can go out and diagnose an HVAC system that isn't working properly. And then on our plumbers, we have 2 call slots as well. So we're about half full on our plumbers, but that's about how we start the day with our plumbers. We don't want our plumbers to be super, super full, because we need to respond to emergency calls. So it's it's a fine line of wanting to be booked up, but not booked out enough to not be able to handle those emergency calls, because we've got 4 plumbers and an apprentice, and they are, they do their best to put out as many fires as they can. But Will and Bryce look like they're still fighting, so who knows what they're doing. Will's good to go. Will's good to go. All right, Will's back on stage with me, and Bryce should be coming back shortly.
Yeah, that was wild.
I was over here. I was over here entertaining the TikTok audience, and I guess we're live on everything, though, right, Bryce?
Yeah, we're live on everything. How are we doing today, guys? I love that they were
my life.
They were watching you host an empty seat over here on TikTok.
I know.
Guys, this morning, welcome to the Dispatch Coffee Hour, where we will kind of give an overview of our day here at Yarbrough & Sons. We're located in the heart of Oklahoma, over here in Blanchard. And today we're going to kind of go over our HVAC and plumbing availability, but also I got some fun stuff for us. I got some comments that we get. We put out a lot of content, lots of, probably hours and hours worth of content on our YouTube and Facebook and everywhere. And by doing that, we get a lot of comments. And so I wanted to tackle some of the questions that we've been getting this morning. So give me a moment and I'm going to get you guys some of those comments and we'll tackle them.
Bryce, while you pull that up, I'm going to walk through, our lovely HVAC forecast.
Oh, I love it. Yes. Here we go. Tuck, make yourself the main presenter. Oh, you don't have to.
Nope, don't have to. So the thing that nobody asked for, however, we got a comment from Mark Gonzalez. Mark Gonzalez said, highly recommend it. I had a new unit installed last year and it's been great. Mark, we are glad to have been a service.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Mark.
So nobody asked for the local services business to be, giving you a 7-day forecast, but I thought we should deliver on it. So to the TikTok viewers, you're not going to be able to see this, but on our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and my LinkedIn, you sure can. But the 6-day forecast from your home service company that you know, like, know, and trust. So I said Tuesday. Well, it's that's today. It's a high of 92. So I think you're going to be pretty hot, bro. Wednesday, you're going to be asking, where's my shade? However, high of 91. But there is a chance of storms, so we might get some cloud cover. You might be right there in the midst of the shade. Thursday, there's no way around it. Your attic is going to be a sauna. It's going to be 95 degrees. Friday, chance of rain, but it might be a great day for a tune-up because it's 95 degrees, so you're going to be nice and hot. Saturday, you're going to be arguing with your family as to who touched the thermostat, and you might come to blows over it. So it's going to be 96 degrees on Saturday. And then on Monday, I think your AC is probably going to call in sick or call for backup. One of the two, it's a coin flip, but you're going to call for one of those things. And because it's going to be 96 again. Going into next week, I think we are expecting to be wicked hot here in central Oklahoma, but that is your AC home service forecast that nobody asked for.
I love it. I love it.
I creeped it up too.
Fantastic. Guys, I got a comment I'm posting right now, and I'm actually going to link the video. In case you guys are wondering where these comments are coming from, I'm linking the actual video in the comments now. The comment says, I'm going to read it as it posts. If you turn your fan from auto to on, it moved. If you turn your fan from auto to on, it will decrease the number of cycles needed to cool your home. It's the on and off of the outdoor until that causes your high utility bills. What is this person talking about?
I mean, it sounds like they're talking about just the blower, like they're just turning the blower on, opposed to auto when it's just gonna just run kind of whenever the system needs to cool the house off, or when the AC is engaged. It sounds like they're just keeping the blower on just to keep air movement. But as far as the cycles needed to cool your house, you're just moving air. So I don't know if that will reduce the number of cycles that your AC is going to do, because it's operating completely independently of the AC system. It's just moving air is all it's done.
So one of the things that I think that this is kind of touching on is, in high efficiency systems, the question is if you turn your fan from auto to on, it'll decrease the number of cycles that you need to cool your home. In high efficiency systems that are coming out today, there's a thing called extended runtime. So like my system, I have a Daikin Fit. I'm about to sneeze, fighting for it. Oh no! Oh no! We're gonna power through. So the Daikin Fit has a setting in the thermostat that's called extended runtime. So extended runtime is where after the compressor shuts off, after it satisfies the temperature on the thermostat, it is going to continue to run. That fan is going to continue to push air because those coils are still cool. They're still cold from all the refrigerant that's been blowing through them. It is a way to get a little bit of extra cooling efficiency out of your system. However, reducing the number of cycles is a bit much. I think it's more of like it's going to be that last like 5 or 10% difference, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know if the difference is going to like really make a big difference. And if you don't have that variable capacity system, right, you've just got like a single state system where it's just on and off. Yeah. But I mean, you could turn it on and get just a little bit out of it, but Yeah, to reduce the number of cycles, I agree with you. That might be stretching it a little bit.
All right, and I want to give some love over here to TikTok. We got a few viewers in TikTok this morning. Guys, tell us where you're watching from. If you're also, this goes for all streams. We're out on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. Instagram. Tell us where you're tuning in from this morning. This morning we have been graced with the presence of Will Yarbrough himself, and we are answering some questions that we get in our comments. And so I'm going to post another comment, and it says, the thermostat controls the temp swing. The equipment type controls how it maintains that temperature. This info is grossly misleading. And so I'm curious what you guys think about this comment. Again, it's the same video. It's that Colby's video about single stage versus two stage versus variable speed. And they seem passionate about this comment. I want to know what you guys think about this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I appreciate the comment. I don't know. It's grossly misleading.
I didn't say all of the. Ooh, that was a little hot. I didn't say all of these were great. Okay, these are the comments that we are getting, and we have to figure out how to answer these questions. This is actually the problem: is trying to get all these comments and trying to find a way to answer them all.
Yeah, the thermostat controls the temp swing. The equipment type controls how it maintains temperature. So, Will, I'm gonna run, and then I'll let you take the second one since you took the first one last time. So,
whenever I need to.
So, thermostat controlling the temp swing. I mean, I guess a little bit. It's going to maintain your dead band as well as your set point. However, like there's a lot of other variables that dictate your temp swing, like the insulation in your home, the windows, how well they're sealed, how well the door is sealed. Like that's going to control the temp swing far more than the thermostat. Thermostat's just telling, hey, we need this room to be set at 70 degrees. It has no real control over how the rest of the room feels. So that's kind of, it's an on-off switch. So like with the thermostat, the temp swing is really, I mean, yeah, it has a dead band and a set point. That's all we can control on any system across anything. And then how it maintains temperature. Yeah, the system is how it maintains temperature because we have either an on-off switch of a single stage system. So it's either going to be giving us 100% of its cooling capacity or 0. But like in Colby's video where this comment came from, which is if we have a variable speed, variable capacity system, it's going to be able to sit there and just maintain right within that dead band, which is like the plus or minus 3 degrees of set point. It's going to be able to maintain right there in that dead band all day long for next to no energy costs. So yes and no, I guess. But to say something is grossly misleading is that is a bit of a large adjective for
it's kind of where my
grossly overstated.
Yeah.
But like, and I explain it to people like this too. If you're trying to maintain a certain temperature in your house, your AC is playing offense, but your insulation and window values playing defense a lot of times. So I think that's kind of a big part of it is going, okay, if you're having heat infiltration through your windows and through your attic, if you don't have good insulation, right, it's your AC is going to have a harder time maintaining that temperature. But your system's going to determine how efficient, that your how efficient your system reaches that temperature. So yeah.
It looks like Tucker's chatting on the TikTok over here, so I'm going to let him kind of
look like he's chatting on TikTok.
Yeah.
Hey, I was absolutely. I was letting you go on a run. I muted myself and I was going on TikTok.
Oh, this guy's multitasking. I love it. I have you muted on my end over here. I can't hear you.
Give me a second. All right, I'm going to address this audience over here now.
Yeah. I just muted myself up on the old StreamYard and then just took off on a run on TikTok.
We need to get Tucker like some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of RGB backboard light that's mode. We'll just have like a banner across the back.
Oh, I got similar. So the reason we got so many comments from this video is because this video's got, let me look again, over 7,000 views for us for a 10-minute video on YouTube. It's pretty, that's a lot of views. And so we've gotten a lot of questions about it. So I'm going to post another comment in here. This is probably gonna be the last comment from this video. I'll read it off first and then I'll post it because it gets a little weird. Bless you. All right. Oh, Tucker, your camera zoomed in on you.
Autofocus.
Nice. Guys, all right. It says the more complicated a system, the more repairs and higher costs to repair. What real savings do you get when you add in those repairs? How many bad diagnostics have been made? Most techs are just throwing parts at units until it's fixed. That's my 48 years of HVAC tech experience when it comes to complex systems. Want to save money? Just raise your temp setting to 76 to 78 degrees and run ceiling fans.
Please don't invite me to your terrarium.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, on the one hand, it's like, yeah. So if you've got a variable speed system that's got a board on it, the board goes out, right? But a lot of contractors, if they're worth their salt, they're going to register that equipment for you. So you've got all your parts should be guaranteed for 10 years. So you've got 10 years of, okay, hey, we these parts are covered. If you've got a labor warranty, your labor's covered. So there's a lot of stuff that you can get that savings with that system, but it comes down to the installation. Like, do the install techs, are they doing good installations? Are they being trained properly? So that's why I love what we do. We've got a guy in house named Keith. He does a lot of our trainings and follows up all of our installs to make sure that stuff doesn't happen. And so on the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, no.
Okay.
I think too, because from my take is, I think if that system was installed improperly and there wasn't ductwork sizing changes made to it, like if we didn't actually fix the static pressure and do the things necessary to make sure that system had a good runway, like essentially, I agree. You could be putting a Ferrari on a gravel road. That's not a great scenario. Like it's still a Ferrari and it's still a gravel road. The equipment being the Ferrari and the gravel road being your ductwork and the life that, like, the environment that your system is going to live in. So yes, also, if we don't do our due diligence, do what?
I said, like, even you're talking about like that stuff, even the refrigerant line sizing being missized.
Yeah. So like if we have a like high efficiency system that is not taken care of in the sense of it wasn't set up for success by having the ductwork resized, by having the line set properly sized, like, we're going to have some problems. It's going to lead to misdiagnosis. It's going to lead to all sorts of problems. However, if a system is put in properly and make sure that has proper static pressure, proper refrigerant line sizing, I think that, like, diagnostic anymore is getting simpler and simpler because we don't have all the moving pieces.
Mm-hmm.
We have a control board, a temp sensor, a compressor, and a fan motor. Whereas beforehand we had, in a mid, like, last 5-10 years, high efficiency two-stage system, we had multiple contactors, multiple run and multiple start capacitors. We had multiple sensors inside of the system. It was so many, like, isolated moving parts. Whereas now the diagnostic is, well, okay, is the board sensing this properly? Yes or no? Okay, well, then it's a binary decision and we replace the board. And so it's kind of funneling down to the lowest common denominator of technical expertise. And so I think that this is just a jaded individual from 48 years of experience who wants to go back to a single contactor, single capacitor inside of the system.
The good old days.
I get a plug. If you go to HVACcalculate.com, you can see how much going with a variable speed system could save you, as far as the SEER that you have now versus the SEER that you want to move to. You can see how much it's going to save you over the course of a year. So that's
HVACcalculate.com. SEER savings calculator.
I was going to say, do you want to link that in the chat?
Oh, here. I could. We could even walk through it right now if we wanted to. Let me.
Oh my gosh, let's do it. Let's do it live.
Let me go. Let me present. And we're going to share a screen and share. Add to stage. All right. So here we are on HVACcalculate.com. This is a pretty neat little site. It's got just all sorts of different calculators on it, where you as a homeowner can go in and use them, or where professionals could go as well and calculate just duct sizing, things like that. But what Will was talking about is this SEER energy savings calculator right here. So what we can do is we can select how old our system is currently, or what efficiency it's running at. Will, what efficiency is our current system running at?
All right, our system's 13 years old, Tucker.
Okay, all right. So we're running at a 12 SEER. Are we going to go like, well, let's say we're not going to the ultra premium. We're not going quite like Ferrari. We might be going like Corvette, right?
Yeah. Let's go Corvette level.
Yeah. So we're going to go to a 20 SEER 2 system.
We're trying to illustrate
that's a premium system. Do what?
I said we're just trying to illustrate a point.
Absolutely. So, and we'll go with the average. Will, the average is what, a 3-ton?
Yeah, 3-ton. 3-ton,
right.
4-ton.
And Oklahoma. And if you're not sure about your climate zone here on HVACcalculate.com, you can click that little question mark button and see the heating and cooling zones.
Oh,
so
wow.
Oklahoma, we are in zone 4.
Oh, wait, hang on. Before we move on, let's break that down. That was interesting. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. So this is from the U.S. Energy Information Administration. They laid out climate zones for how many run hours a air conditioner can expect to have in each of these zones. So obviously, the further north you go, or like down here in the high Rockies, we have like zone 1 because they're not getting quite as many cooling days per year. Green zone, that's kind of we're starting to get into the Midwest / the upper Great Plains. And then as we move to the south, we just continually get hotter and hotter, meaning that we have more and more cooling days.
Wow. Okay, cool. I've heard you guys refer to this. I just didn't know what the zone, what the zone was, what it meant.
Yeah. So we are a zone 4 here in Oklahoma.
Means it's hot.
And what's our electric rate, Will? I don't know what.
I think it was
like 16 cents.
Was it? I think so. I think here. I'll look that up.
Will's pulling up our average electricity rate here in Oklahoma. I think it's gonna be like 16 cents. That's gonna be my bet. Well, and you're gonna have to do like summertime too, because it goes way up in the summertime. But let's see here.
Guys, we are here live doing Dispatch Coffee Hour, where we drink a little bit of coffee, or if you're Tucker, you're going to drink some blueberry battery acid, as he likes to call it. Oh, he's got it in clutch. Got it.
Oh, yeah. So 11.7 cents per kilowatt.
That sounds like the yearly average.
Yeah, that might be average electricity rate.
We're gonna go 13.7 cents.
Just go 30. Yeah, do 13.
And we'll say a new system costs us, I don't know. A system like that would probably be like 14.5-ish on the entry.
Let's see. New system for a 20-series system?
Yeah, 16?
Yeah, maybe 16.
All right. So on HVACcalculate.com, the SEER Energy Savings Calculator says that the current annual cost to run our existing 12 SEER 10 to 15-year-old system is $658. The new annual cost is going to be $377. So our annual savings is $281. And over the 15-year kind of life expectancy, we expect systems to last somewhere between 12 to 16 years. So we'll throw a dart and say 15 years. Over the life expectancy, that is going to be $4,212 on just the energy savings alone, not to mention any tax credits or rebates that you get along the way.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Pretty neat deal.
That's a very neat
HVACcalculate.com.
Yeah.
Something our brother Colby, I've heard him tell people, we share an office, so we hear a lot. But something he tells people is like, hey, do you want to save money now or do you want to save money later? Yeah, there's Colby up there in the corner, right there. But do you want to save money now or save money later? And so save money now would be going with a lower efficiency system. Though they are cheaper initially, the cost to run them is a little bit higher. Whereas if you want to save money later, you get a higher efficiency system, pay a little bit more now, save money down the road.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to bring up something that's been going on in Oklahoma. It's a phenomenon. It's a dang phenomenon, guys. We have been having a lot of rain, a lot of humidity, and I want to touch on that. But first, I want to show you guys something. And I'm going to pull it up here and get it ready. I don't know if this is I don't measure rain normally. I don't think about it, but I feel like this has been kind of a crazy year in terms of how much rain we've actually received. Let me turn this video up and I'll show you a little bit of what we've been dealing with. There we go. Okay, so this is what it's like living in Oklahoma this year. Just a lot of precipitation, lots of rain going on. It's hurricane levels really. But Will, I wanted to ask you, how is this impacting people's humidity? I feel like we're getting a lot of customers dealing with humidity issues this year, and I wanted to touch on that. Like, how is that impacting people?
It's high. There's a lot of moisture in the air. So, part of an air conditioner's job is to remove moisture. The main role of an air conditioner, obviously, cool your house off, but it removes the moisture in the air as well. So anytime you have high volumes of rain, like we've been having, everyone's humidity is high. just because there's just a lot of moisture in the air. The ground's saturated with water. And so we're just getting, and as things heat up, all that moisture is going to begin to evaporate. So there's just going to be a lot more humidity in the air, so yeah, it's been something we've run into, that I personally have run into, a lot lately. I did have a customer that I had two customers that had water infiltration in their ducts in their house. And so, which is the ducts are in the floor. And so, and that's obviously going to lead to high humidity levels in the home because all that air is running across that water, as it goes to every room in the house. And so, had to get them hooked up with, got the water out of there, pumped it out. They're probably definitely going to need to get some duct sealing, worked up. But yeah. I mean, to kind of answer your question, Bryce, it's definitely impacted people. And we have a video. I think, is it coming out today, Bryce?
I think it's coming out tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow. Okay, yeah. We got some ideas of kind of like, hey, here's how you can kind of help mitigate that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, Will gave some great insight on that. And we had Cheyenne joining us this morning. Cheyenne, how are you doing today? She said, y'all starting to look like some podcasters, big mics, and Bryce has a headset on. I do have a headset on. We've been getting some upgrades around here. When we started doing live streaming, we're like, you know what? We got to make this look and sound better.
You just got to lean into it.
I was gonna say there is no denying it at this point. It's just also we have a podcast coming out sometime this week. So
that's right. And I missed it. So tune in if you are interested in podcasts. Come check it out. I'm not there.
It'll also drop. We got two big videos dropping tomorrow, separate channels. But we have a big podcast coming out tomorrow, as well as Will's video on how you can handle your indoor humidity, how you can kind of mitigate that and fix it, because again, lots of issues this year, lots of rainfall here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, humidity is hard to. It's a kind of a finicky thing to get right.
Yeah, it's a soft science. I mean, there's no way around it. Like trying to master humidity is crazy.
How common are dehumidifiers? I've never had one in any house I've ever lived in. How often are you getting a customer who's requesting a dehumidifier, or that you're saying, hey, you could use a dehumidifier?
You've got a foamed house, it's probably a good idea. I have a dehumidifier in my house. Tucker, you have one in your house?
No, but I need one. That is on the docket for this fall, is installing a dehumidifier. Yeah.
So our dad, Tucker, Colby, and I, our dad, he like researches this stuff, and he brought me in to watch a video, and it's this guy talking about, call it the ping pong effect with humidity. And so the ping pong effect would be during the day here, the humidity level, and just, I'm trying to explain it simply. Essentially, during the day, it kind of would rise in a foamed house, but then as the night would come, it's kind of cool off, and so it just kind of fall down. So during the day, you're like, okay, my humidity's good, but all that moisture is just hanging up at the kind of the eve of the house. So something with humidity is you would think, okay, well, the colder the air, right, the less humidity. And technically, yes, that sometimes is the case, but moisture, when those air molecules, that they get kind of wrung out as far as the water is concerned. So you can, if you've got a foamed house but no dehumidifier, you're cooling the air off. But if it's cooling it off too fast, you haven't had time to remove that humidity. So all that moisture just hangs out in the air, which is, it's funny enough, that is exactly what happened to my house, because thought I was going to have some certain garage doors and didn't, and things changed a little bit.
Yeah, you end up with like moisture just passing through that foam like a sponge, and it just sits there and is able to hold moisture, release it, hold moisture, release it. So it can cause a lot of water issues.
So guys, we call this the Dispatch Coffee Hour because we're going to talk about dispatch. And I don't know if we've touched on it yet, but we need to look at our availability for the rest of this week. Today's Tuesday. And I'll give you a few minutes, Tucker, to kind of get on top of it. Give us some insights on what our availability is looking like right now for HVAC and plumbing, maintenance, all that stuff.
Hey, I was already doing that whenever you were helping Will out with the speakers. That was how I was trying to entertain the masses. So this is the Dispatch Coffee Hour. We go over all of our call availability for the day. And so right now on our maintenance technicians, we have 4 maintenance technicians, and it looks like we have 3 call slots available for residential maintenance. So 3 call slots available. We've currently got about 9 calls booked right there on them. So if you need a tune-up before the heat happens this weekend, because it is going to get hot next week, do so, because we are going to make sure that we want to make sure that we're all taken care of. On our trouble technicians, we have 1, 2, maybe 4 slots available. We have 3 more for VIPs, and VIPs are our maintenance members. So our maintenance customers, we have slots available for them that we hold in reserve in case a maintenance customer ends up with an issue. But beyond that, we have probably 4 to 6 calls available, just depending on how some of these turn out. So we have a little bit of availability. We have 9 trouble technicians, and so they are all booked out with 3 and 4 calls apiece. So we have probably in total with VIP slots right around 10-ish call slots available. On our plumbers, we've got 4 plumbers, and we have maybe 2 call slots available. Maybe depends on how this first call for our plumber Dane goes. He's running a sewer scope for a customer over in Norman. So that could potentially turn into a longer call, which I think is why we've got it open on him. So we have 1, maybe 2 call slots available for the plumbers.
Excellent. And, here comes the question is, what are we going to do to fill this slot? Is there anyone out there who is needing an HVAC maintenance, who is needing something looked at on your HVAC system or your plumbing? Let's talk about it here in the chat, figure out what we can do to get you booked today.
Also, if you don't do it this morning, the odds are it's going to get booked out in the next probably 2 hours.
Yeah, it's probably going to happen pretty quick.
Now, Tuck, I didn't float this by you, but I'm considering if we hit a certain threshold of availability, I think we need to start sweetening the deal a little bit and get people in. So I'm going to say it as the Yarbrough & Sons marketing director, who is going to get yelled at later. I'll waive your dispatch fee if you if we need to do that. It comes down to how much availability we have right now. We do have a lot of
right now. No.
Okay, perfect. Well, in the future, whenever we have a lot of availability, we have a lot of wiggle room, because when I see, you said around four calls for HVAC trouble, but like you said, it is 8:11. Our technicians are hitting the road on their first call this morning. We do get a lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages at the beginning of the day, and so this schedule will change pretty dramatically in the next hour. So, guys, if you are needing a service, text or call us. We used to have a banner with the phone number up, but you can also direct message us on any social media platform. Boom!
There you go.
Look at this guy.
Look at that.
Yep. So we are we're ready to go, but the dispatch board is shaping out nicely, really and truly. On a day in July to be able to have some availability is an oddity historically, but it's because we haven't got super hot yet. However, that is going to change this next week. This next week we are going to be pushing 100 degrees for the first time. So it is going to get warm. If you haven't had a tune-up, make sure you do so. If you think that your system is on the fritz, I would suggest calling and scheduling before Friday, because next week is going to be a madhouse.
Yeah, and I would say too, if your system, it feels like if it just hasn't been shutting off, in these 90-degree temps, it is just going to get worse. I would definitely.
Yep.
That would be a good time to call, especially before something more catastrophic happens. So.
Guys, I know I brought this video up earlier. I'm going to pull it up again because we need to talk about it. This video had absolutely no right to get the amount of views that it's gotten. I'm actually going to look in real time where it's at, because I think this video, this is kind of like a montage of the videos. We took like probably 5 of these videos of just the ridiculous rainfall. But guys, one of these videos got like over 100,000 views, and I still get comments on it on a daily. It's 99,000 views on Facebook, and I'm still getting people from all parts of Oklahoma checking in and commenting on that. And that's been an interesting and wild ride. You never know when you're posting stuff on social. You just have no idea what's going to happen. You're posting about the rain. Next thing you know, you got about 100,000 views and 150 comments on it. So it's been kind of a wild time.
Like we've reached a level of like commiserating. Like everyone's like, it's so much rain.
I know, every now and then you just resonate with the people, and they were like, you know what? I am sick of this rain.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a lot.
Yeah, the American flag one's the one that gets me the most because it straight up looks like a hurricane.
Yeah. Speaking of we were speaking of the schedule. Those 10 call slots I said we had available. It's down to about 4 now. So.
Oh wow! All right,
so comes at you fast.
So I wrote down in the comments, Tuck. I want to give one last update before we wrap up here this morning and start the real work for the day. It said that we had 3 call slots available for HVAC maintenance. Is that still true?
Yep. We probably 2. We're down to 2.
All right. Well, let's type that out.
Solid.
Okay, and then how many for HVAC trouble?
Yes.
Including our VIP customers, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's including VIPs. We have probably 2 VIP slots and then 2 non.
Okay. And then for plumbing, did anything change on that one?
Nope. Plumbing is still live. We have 2-ish call slots available.
Okay. Okay. And guys, like we said, if you're in need, we are here, based in Blanchard, Oklahoma. We also operate out of Edmond, Oklahoma, and we'd love to be your team. So, guys, give us a call, text us, message us, and also, if you enjoy our content, let us know. Comment on it.
Yeah,
we enjoy reading your comments. It's become like a fun thing for me to like bring up the comments up here and kind of get you guys to react on it. So it's been a lot of fun.
Real quick, I saw in the comments Cheyenne asked where she could find the podcast. Did we answer that question?
Yeah, we will link that on a different social.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. 2 calls available for plumbing. Boom. And guys, I think that wraps up nicely our dispatch coffee hour. Real quick, I got to ask you guys, what's going on for the day? Will, what you got going on today?
Oh, just busy work. A lot of busy work today. I have an install happening today, so make sure that goes well. Make sure the guys got everything they need. So I'm going to stay in touch with my install manager, and then just got some just general office kind of stuff going on. Got to do some continuing education stuff too, so it'll be fun.
Oh, lots of fun. And Tucker, what kind of fires are you putting out today, man?
I am going to hopefully get payroll done, and then start the. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I'd like to get it done today rather than Wednesday, because I'm about to have to embark on the wonderful journey of transitioning our QuickBooks desktop to QuickBooks Online, and I am not looking forward to that. So it is.
I am actually looking forward to that.
hellish at best.
I'm looking forward to the fruit of your labor is what it is.
Get out there on the plow. Oh gosh, yeah. But beyond that, that's all I got.
Very cool. And I think today I'm just I sent out an email to our customers yesterday, kind of celebrating our talking about 2 things actually. Just want to talk about this. First of all, celebrating the winners from our fireworks giveaway, and that was a huge thing. We were so proud to be able to do something for the community that's supported us since 1988. So anytime we can kind of do something special for the community, if it's giving away fireworks or if it's doing anything like that, we really enjoy that. It's really great to see people kind of tune in and show up for that. And so I wanted to thank the 2 winners for participating and winning that. And then also I let our customers know about the expiring HVAC credit. So basically the short version, I can let Tucker kind of fill you in, but until December 31st of this year, you can, you have a deadline to get this tax credit for $3,200 for new HVAC upgrades or water heater upgrades. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. So it is going away at the end of the year. So if you're on the fence, don't miss out on it.
Now's the time.
All right, Tuck, I'll let you close this out, man.
All right. Sounds great. Well, guys, as always, do something nice for somebody. You never know. It might change their life. Eyes up, feet moving. Here we go.
Here we go.